And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot working in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. UConn will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep.
Still got to pay for it.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That's some old school
some of the white passes
as he powers his way to the 30. The Bulls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a crease to the left. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go. And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Back to pass, it's Tate. Throws to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Unloads to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Snags it quickly on the left. Turning it on. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Grab near the marker is Smith. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, USF.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Southern Miss came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Hattiesburg had to sweat things out for much of the day. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Dropping back, it's Tate. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete and jarred loose by the hit.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's McLaughlin. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's McLaughlin. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Tate. Pocket breaking down. Gets it to him on the screen. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown Bulls. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. And so far, the quarterback play has been less than stellar. They just haven't found any rhythm whatsoever in the passing game. It has cost them on the scoreboard. They'll have to come from behind, and they'd love to get something going here. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. UConn quick to the line. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. UConn will have to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Tate. Caught over the middle, it's Smith.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. Fires downfield. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back open in the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And on first down, they're running out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Ashley. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Makes the grab outside. It's Ashley. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. Now on 2nd down.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
That's a fumble on the play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free. And this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
He's got it on the right.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Punts it out of the air. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
UConn 7.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
To throw, it's Tate. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. UConn going back to work on offense. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complimentary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back. Palmer, go back to that last drive, revisit it, rehash some of the same plays.
Yeah, and if you're the quarterback here, think about where are my best matchups too. We're going to have to throw the football at some point here, so where do I want to take advantage of this defense in what areas of the field, and where are my best opportunities?
running the quick game. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Porter. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and I think third and short is the perfect.
Snap to the up man. It's a fake. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Keeps looking downfield. He'll throw it. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Give to the back. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
Not much to gain on a punt, so here they come on 4th and short from the 50. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Gill. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
At the 13-yard line. 1st down for the offense.
Unloads quickly. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll go to the air. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play, now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And just nowhere to go with the football for that quarterback. The defense in a nickel. They had extra DBs on the field, doing a nice job in the back end covering, and just no receivers able to get open.
From the gun, looking for a man. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the game.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Tate. Finds his man, it's Nimrod.
All right, they get the completion, don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. The UConn offense goes back to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception. On the option. Now the pitch. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll go to the ground. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? And the Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. Flipping through the defense. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. UConn going back to work on offense. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Ross.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep him in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Rushes on him. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Huskies! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Coleman. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
Second down coming up.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and
intercepted. A turnover in their own territory. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a first and goal. He's looking to pass. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except for ticket holders. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. Touchdown, South Florida. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense.